doing business with your own people can be a rough experience. I mean, you got people that will own a store, find out it's black owned, driving by, or sometimes you'll make a V-line, straight for that store with the anticipation of supporting them. And you'll get a person, they already, they haven't had no customer training, none of that. So they come with the negative Nancy attitude. Can I help you? Or if they don't even say, can I help you? They on the phone. And they'll make you wait until they get off the phone. Because they talking. So now you really irritated. Because you like, I done went all my way to come over here. And then some people will tell you, well, you go to McDonald's. And McDonald's don't have, their shake machine don't work, and you don't get upset. You go back. Yeah, in a way, I understand that. You will go to the same McDonald's in the hood that's always out of everything. They ain't got napkins, they ain't got buns, the shake machine don't never work. They got Kool-Aid, no sugar, peanut butter, no jelly. You go to the KFC, they talking about we out of chicken. Well, y'all need to close the damn doors, because what else? I ain't come here to eat no dry biscuits. So, on the other hand, I see it like this. If I go into a black business and the customer service is horrible, and I say, well, I'm going to give them another try, and I go in, and the next experience is worse than the first, you think I'm coming back? Because now my feelings hurt. Because I had high hopes for you, and you disappointed me. Because you my people. I wanted to show love. I want to see you thrive. And this how you do me? So I think you're a little bit extra hurt versus that McDonald's. Because that McDonald's corporate owned. They don't care nothing about the neighborhood, no way. But then again, a lot of times I go in the hood. That hood McDonald's, that hood Wendy's, the hood KFC, whatever it may be, you be ready to kill somebody after they get done with you. I went to Burger King one day, waited in line. The lady was taking all day. The person behind her was drunk on a bike trying to order from his bike. The guy behind him was taking his time before he pulled up to the menu. I don't know if he was looking for a coupon or whatever. He didn't pull up to the speaker. He pulled up before the speaker and just waited. You could see him going in his pocket, all that. Waited for him. I get up, place my order. Get up to the window. The lady repeat my order back to me. I said, yep, that's what I had. Yep, that's me. Yes, ma'am, that's me. The lady turning her head, she turned around to get my payment. Get ready to hand her my card. She gonna let out a sigh. All we doing is cash. So what the hell you signed for? I'm the one that should be signed. So soon as she said, I just put my head down and just drove off. So she was like, dang. And I'm thinking to myself, what are you danging about? You are running a business, and you telling me You can't take nothing but cash? Where they do that at? So then you go out to the suburbs. When I'm at work, I go to grab me something to eat. And I can tell you, it'll be, I'll give it sometimes 25. Sometimes, I want to say 25 to 30 cars outside. I'm going to give you an example. When I go to Culver's, we got 30 minutes for lunch. And when I go to Culver's, when I tell you, they get you in and out. They had them cars pulling over, they put them tags on it. So, if you in the hood and your store is only getting, let's say, 6 people in line, 8 people in line, then it go blank for a while. Then you get, you had to build up in the parking lot. That has nothing compared to 25 to 30 cars outside. And these people still have a good attitude. Sometimes you can go in somewhere in the hood and you probably their first customer of the day. They already got an attitude. You banging on bacon early in the morning. Why? I don't get it. But I pray for us. Well, I think anytime you open a restaurant, anytime you do anything of that sort, you should put your employees through a customer service class. For real, they should go through a system set up that you should have in place where they teach you proper etiquette, they teach you proper customer service, they break it down to you on what they expect, on how you greet a customer, how you invite when a customer comes in the store or they come to your register, how you should handle silverware and napkins, and now with COVID, how to properly sanitize things and make sure that y'all are not the cause of a breakout in the store. You should have a whole setup to teach them that, because it's your business. You want to keep that business going. You want it to grow. You want customers. And my outlook right now on majority of places in black neighborhoods, customer service is dead. It no longer exists. And then, it's cool when you go into a place. Sometimes we as black people, we go into a place expecting rude service. We know what's going on. And sometimes you will go in there and they'll surprise you. You're like, wow. That lady she was patient. She waited till I took my order, or that young man, or that man, period, whatever. And I think in those times, we definitely have to let them know that I appreciate your customer service, or you doing a good job, or thank you. I was at a soul food restaurant, and a well-known pastor was in there making his order. I ain't gonna say no names, but the girl was kind of like dry. In the city they got those bulletproof windows. So the pastor was the pastor, he was trying to tell her what he wanted and this and that, and she kind of started doing you know, if anybody, you know, those that know me personally, you know, I do that, you know, see how many times you're gonna fall for it. But she was doing that, so he started getting loud. And next thing I know, he was, you know, getting a little aggressive. And the thing about it is, I held him to a different standard than I held her. And that's sad, because, you know, I was like, okay, I know she work here. You know, this is a well-known soul food place, Motor City, the one in Oak Park. So, yeah, you know, I ain't expecting. You know, I just order my food. You know, try to be polite so I can get in, get out. I don't want to argue with nobody. But my man started, you know, the pastor started getting a little aggressive. So, in my eyes, I'm like, man, you a pastor of a church. I know you don't want people to, you know, people quick to videotape and put something up and, you know, try to tarnish your image. But at the same time, we all get upset. We all fly off the handle sometimes. I'm the last one to talk about anybody flying off the handle sometimes, but I was just looking at it like, oh, she got the pastor hit it. Wasn't no Jesus in the way he was talking. The pastor was like, come from behind. I know he ain't said, but I know he was thinking it like, come from behind that glass so I can lay hands on you. Let me pray for you. Put some holy oil on your head. He probably would have slapped it with some hot Crisco. But, yeah, so customer service in the hood versus customer service in the suburbs, it's a lot different. And then there's one thing, customer service you should hold a certain standard across the board. You know, when you interviewing these people, you should be like, you know, asking them key questions. You find out what questions can you ask to kind of weed out, you know, certain people. You know, put them to a mock scenario. A lot of times, even in a mock scenario, the person to show you who they is, even if they crack a joke like, you don't know what you do? It really ain't the job for you. You know, you got to know that you can hold your composure, which is not always good. Because I know when I worked retail, I worked in the hood. And I worked at an electronic company. Worked at Radio Shack. And I tell you, we had thieves coming in. You had this, you had that, but we had good customers. We had good relationship with our customers. You know, we had a lot of older people that would come in, and, you know, that's back when everybody would, you know, older people still do use their house phones and the cordless phones and this and that. They needed new batteries or whatever. Regardless, we had it, we would order it. And I remember, you know, trying to get my best customer service, you know, that people come in, you laugh with them, joke with them. Some of the people, you get to know their name. Some people will come in and know your name, and you'd be like, I do, you know, you wouldn't say it, but you in your mind like, do I know you? But they remember you because you gave them good customer service. And just because we in the hood don't mean that I gotta treat you like we in the hood. So a lot of us need to step our game up. And I think, too, it starts from management. who you got managing your store. Because sometimes I think I'd be like, okay, say like I own 15 McDonald's, and they was all in the no, say I own 12. 6 was in the hood, 6 was in the suburbs. I want my customer service to be like that, A1 across the board. And in the hood, I wanted it to be even better. Not on just the customer service, but I want my store to be clean. I want the outside to be clean. I want the parking lot to be smooth. Because that's another thing. You don't go, I haven't seen a store out in the suburbs, a chain store, Burger King, McDonald's, Wendy's, Taco Bell, whatever, that got holes in the parking lot. First of all, well, I guess it depends on what city you in, because the city might ticket you, but my thing is, bro, you was turning 50 minutes ago. My bad, y'all. My thing is that you go in the parking lot. You go in the parking lot to get you an $8 meal, and it end up costing you $250 because you done jacked up your rack opinion, your struts, because they got holes in the parking lot. That ain't going down in the suburbs. We got to do, but back what I was saying though, if I get too off track. So if I got 12 stores, I got 12 stores, I got 6 in the suburbs, I got 6 in the hood. I want the same quality across the board. I'm not going to have 12 stores and then the ones in the hood I'm just going to neglect because, that's where black people stay. Yeah. No, that's not going to fly. That's not how that's going to go. All 12 stores is going to run accordingly. Everybody is going to be on the same accord, the same customer service, the same clean store inside and out. I'm talking about shrubs, everything. I don't want nothing less. And I'm going to do for the communities that I'm in. So, when I open up my restaurant or a food truck, grade A customer service. Yes, sir. I'm going to I want my customers to have the best quality of food, the best customer service. I want to do for whatever neighborhood that I'm serving. I may have a day where whatever you buy a certain sandwich and $1 off of that sandwich goes to that neighborhood, doing something special for that neighborhood. Just to give back, show the people that I care. Because, there will be some that will come in the neighborhood, soak up all the money out of the neighborhood, won't do nothing for the neighborhood. They done raised their kids off the money they done made off the neighborhood. They done bought houses off the money that they done got off the neighborhood. Took trips, sent money back home, the works, all off black people money. Now, in this whole time, I haven't did nothing for the neighborhood, haven't contributed anything. You could also say, what have you done for the neighborhood? What have you contributed? I think a lot of people contribute a lot by staying in their neighborhoods, first of all. trying to keep their neighborhood up. You know, raising their kids in the neighborhood. You know, I know a lot of people that do community service. They do what they can when, you know, somebody lets them know if there's a need. Or some people keep up their whole block. You know, pick up trash. Make sure they grass cut. You know, some people look out for the neighbors next door. But a lot of these businesses that's in the neighborhood that's been there 20, 30, 40 years, that's passed down generational wealth to their kids, all off black people money. But they say there's no money in the hood. The hood is poor. I don't know what hood they in. I'm not saying it ain't poor people in the hood. But I see a lot of people driving nice, eating nice, nice houses. I ain't gonna say this every block. I'm not gonna say everybody balling. But I see a lot of money being spent in the hood. I mean, you got a Dollar Tree everywhere. You got, Dollar Tree, Family Dollar, Disco Duck, whatever it may be, all in the neighborhoods. And they put them in every neighborhood. When I go in there, I don't see no other race in there shopping but black people. And I really don't know, you know, if it's not told, I guess, what stores in the neighborhood are black owned. Whether it's restaurants, Family Dollars, you know, food or retail. I couldn't tell you. But at the same time, I don't think too many of them are owned by blacks. We have a lot of independent or mom and pop restaurants and barbershops and things of that sort, clubs with good food. A lot of them do have good customer service, you know. Or you may go in there one day and just catch somebody on a bad day. But overall, I think service in the neighborhoods could be a lot better, a lot cleaner. Because I know when you're in the suburbs, they gonna ask that you come in with a clean uniform. They gonna ask that you know, no cell phones allowed on the floor. You know, you keep it in your pocket. You need to make a call. You wait till, you know, somebody relieve you, and you go in the back and call. Well, a customer to come in, and you on the phone, and that customer got to wait until you finish your conversation, or I can't do it while I'm doing the video, but they had a phone and they do this one. Can I help you? Get off the phone. If it's that important, you need to tell them you got to leave so you can go check on this person you're talking to. Because if not, get off the phone. Handle your business. Hear me what I say? Handle your business. I don't know. It can be real sad dealing with customer service in the hood. But you have to blame the owners. Then after the owners, you go to managers. You know, I come to your store, and I've been here in the last 60 days, you done went past the same restaurant and the same McDonald's, Burger King, or whatever the case may be. Slushy machine always broke. Shake machine always broke. I've seen so many instances where it don't make no sense. We don't have no hot dog. We don't have no hamburger buns. We out of taco meat. We don't have no more shells to make the tacos. We won't have that till next week. And I understand it happens everywhere. I mean, I haven't seen this in the suburb. What I have seen in the suburbs is I went to a 7-Eleven and they was closed because the register was broke. Which is insane, but, you know, I guess things happen. And I don't know if we, as black people, have to demand better customer service. Because, you know, even with COVID, you know, I saw a restaurant and they had you know, partially reopened. And the owner said in the article, basically, if you come into my establishment, eat your food and leave. We thank you for the business, but eat your food and leave so the next customer can get in. So he want to flip his tables. So now, you telling me that you as the owner don't know anything about customer service. Because if these people are coming to your restaurant and most people ain't been out the house and they just getting out and they want the whole feel of being waited on, the atmosphere, enjoying who they with, laughing, having a couple of drinks, whatever the case may be, and you telling them eat and get out. Or you putting them on a time frame. Or you got 25 minutes from once your food hit the table. What people gonna say? Oh, I'm paying my money, I'm not going nowhere. Or if you telling them to get up, that may be the last time they come to your half-open restaurant. So, you know, customer service has got to be better. You can't treat your people any kind of way and think they just still gonna come. And I think too, you know, you gotta have certain systems in place. So you know this is, oh, we out of this, we don't have that. So you don't have to hear that. You know, you also have to have repair people in place where you can call somebody and be, you know, priority on their list. So they know, you know, I'm having this issue, blah, 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 whatever. When we do have that issue, how long is it going to take for you to be able to respond? You know, is it a day, 2 days, 3 days, whatever the case may be? Please let me know. You know, kind of put us on a priority list. I may have to pay a little bit more that you can shoot out here and pinpoint what's going on. So, I asked the question. Is customer service dead in the hood? Or is customer service dead, period? Are we not supposed to expect to be treated as customers? Are we not to expect to be greeted, waited on? Because sometimes you get people, excuse me, y'all, I'm backing in. Sometimes you get people that have horrible customer service, but want a tip. Horrible customer service, but you want your pay rate to go up. A lot of people be like, I don't see why you should get such and such working at McDonald's or working here or whatever. I think if you do a good job, you should be able to make that money. And that should be on the manager to, you know, go through your, what you call it, evaluation to say, yes, this person deserves more money. Because to be honest, workers that, if you work in the hood, you deal with more. And that's just being real. I'm not saying that working in the suburbs, you don't deal with rude people and this and that. But when you in the hood, you got to deal with the elements. You know, it's a lot of different things involved. You know, I worked at Papa Romano's when it used to be one in the hood, and I got threatened for charging the guy 50 cent for extra Parmesan. This cat told me, I know what time you get off. What time y'all close. I'll be back through here. F your Parmesan. Like, bruh, I didn't make up the price. I just work here. You know? So in the back, you want to holler at him, you come back with him. But you ain't coming back with me. Because this ain't my store. I ain't say all that, but like, bruh, it ain't that serious over some Parmesan cheese. But you in the hood. So I'm not saying the hood is all bad, not by far, but we speaking on customer service. Is customer service dead in the neighborhood? Or is it dead everywhere? Y'all tell me.